You have stood in front of that mirror, done everything right, or so you thought, and your hair still looks flat, limp, and just smaller than you feel inside. And if nobody has ever told you why, that ends today. Imagine finally understanding exactly what thin hair needs to look full, lifted, and genuinely beautiful, not despite your age, but because of the woman you have become. Because here is what I know about you. Your bone structure is stunning, your eyes carry a depth that no 20-year-old can fake, and your hair, with the right approach, can look absolutely extraordinary. I research worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are perfecting 4 specific steps to finally style thin hair the way it was always meant to be styled. And by part 3, you will want to pause this video, walk straight to your bathroom, and try what I just told you. I mean it. In part 1, we are talking about the very foundation, the one prep step almost every woman with thin hair skips, and it is the reason everything falls flat before styling even begins. In part 2, we are uncovering the drying method that adds visible volume without a single product. Part 3 covers the styling technique your thin hair is begging for. And part 4, that is where we talk about finish, the step that either locks your volume in or quietly destroys it. There are 3 to 4 specific fixes in each step. Each one is a game changer on its own. Together, they will change what you see when you look in the mirror every single morning. And the very first step? I see women skipping it every single day, and it is the reason their hair loses volume before they even pick up a brush. Let us go. Part 1. The prep step you are skipping every single morning. Here is something I need you to hear right now. The reason your thin hair falls flat by midday has almost nothing to do with your styling routine. It has everything to do with what happens before styling even begins. Have you ever done everything right and still ended up with hair that looks like it gave up? That is your sign that the foundation is broken, and we are going to fix it together. This is the one thing that changes everything before you even turn on a dryer. The first fix is your towel. The moment you wrap your hair in a standard cotton bath towel, you are creating friction that roughens every single strand and causes fine hair to clump together and lose separation. That is volume disappearing right there, before styling has even started. If you are still using a regular bath towel on your hair, swap it for a microfiber hair towel or a soft cotton t-shirt to blot, not rub, the moisture out gently. The second fix is your part. Most women with thin hair have been parting in the same spot for decades. And here is the truth no one tells you. That repeated parting flattens the root permanently on that side. Your root has been trained to lie down. A simple change of part direction lifts everything instantly, because the hair is now fighting against its trained direction. And that resistance creates natural root volume you did not have before. Switch your part at least once a week, or whenever you want an immediate lift. The third fix is your pre-styling product. Specifically, how much you are using. I know the temptation. Fine hair feels dry, so you reach for more product. But even one pump too many of volumizing mousse or root spray coats your strands and weighs them down. The rule for thin hair is always less than you think. Apply to the roots only, distribute lightly, and let the heat do the work. Coat the midshaft and ends and you have sealed in flatness. The fourth fix is how you think about moisture before styling. Thin hair needs to be about 80% dry, not soaking wet, not bone dry, before any styling product touches it. Applying volumizing product to dripping wet hair dilutes it and spreads it too far down the strand. Wait those extra few minutes. Your hair will hold everything better, and the lift will last twice as long. Honestly, this prep phase is the secret most women never get told, and it takes less than 5 minutes. You needed to hear this. If you have been frustrated with how quickly your volume disappears, the answer has been hiding in these first few minutes after your shower, not in a more expensive product or a different tool. And now you know. Coming up in part 2, we are talking about the drying method that builds volume into every strand before a single brush even touches your hair. And it is simpler than anything you have ever tried. Part 2. The drying method that builds volume from the root. Most women think volume comes from styling. It does not. Volume is built during the drying phase. And if you are drying your thin hair the way most women do, you are pressing the volume out before styling even has a chance. This one technique changed everything for a friend of mine. She came to me convinced she needed a completely different haircut. What she actually needed was this. Here is your moment of clarity. The direction your hair dries in is the direction it sets. Permanently. At least for that day. The first fix is the angle of your dryer. The vast majority of women hold their dryer pointing downward over the top of their head, blowing air down the hair shaft from root to tip. This flattens the cuticle and trains the root to lie flat. Instead, flip your head forward and dry upside down for the first 2 minutes. The blood rush to the scalp wakes up the root, and gravity pulls the hair away from the scalp as it sets. Which means when you flip back up, lift is already built in. That one change alone can add visible fullness before you have even touched a brush. The second fix is the diffuser. And before you skip this part, hear me out. Many women with thin hair avoid diffusers because they associate them with curly hair. But a diffuser slows the airflow and scatters it wide, which means each strand dries with more separation and less compression. Compression is the enemy of fine hair volume. Even if your hair is straight, 2 minutes of diffused drying at the root will give you a fullness that direct airflow never can. The third fix is heat settings. High heat on fine hair does 2 things. It dries too fast, which means the root does not have time to set in a lifted position, and it damages the strand over time, making it thinner. Medium heat with high airflow is the combination you want. The volume comes from the airflow, not the temperature. Yes, that's simple. The fourth fix is the cool shot. Every dryer has one. Most women never use it. When your hair is 80% dry and the root is lifted and warm, hit the cool shot for 15 seconds directly at the root. Cold air sets the hair into the position it is currently holding. It locks the volume in place before a single styling product goes on. Think of it as pressing a save button on the volume you just built. Without it, warmth continues softening the root, and everything starts to relax and fall. There is one technique that changes how your hair holds volume for hours. And it costs nothing. It just asks you to change the direction of a button on your dryer. Your hair has been begging you to dry it differently, and now you know exactly how. Part 3 is where we take everything we have built and style it in a way that keeps the volume alive all day long. Part 3, the styling technique that makes thin hair look twice as full. Let me be direct with you. Most styling mistakes for thin hair are not about using the wrong products. They are about using the right products in completely the wrong way. And if your volume always collapses by noon, this part is why. Have you ever styled your hair beautifully at home, walked past a mirror 2 hours later, and felt like something quietly betrayed you? You are not imagining it. Your technique is the culprit, not your hair. Because here is the truth. Thin hair is not the problem. Flat hair is. And flat hair is a technique issue. The first fix is where your brush makes contact during blowout styling. Most women work the brush through the midshaft and ends, running it downward through the length repeatedly. That motion creates sleekness and shine, which is gorgeous on thick hair but devastating on thin hair. It compresses and aligns every strand downward, removing all the air between them. For thin hair, work the brush at the root and lift upward. Root lift is where all your volume lives. Ends can be smoothed lightly at the end. Roots first always. The second fix is your round brush size. This one surprises a lot of women. Larger barrel brushes feel like they should create more volume, but on fine thin hair they create more tension. Pulling the hair taut around a big barrel actually flattens the root and gives you a polished shell shape rather than real body. A smaller round brush, about 1.5 inches in diameter, lifts the root more sharply and gives you actual movement and fullness. Save the large barrel for the ends only if you want a soft bend. Use the small barrel at the roots where it matters most. The third fix is Velcro rollers. And I know what you are thinking. But hear me out. After blow drying your roots upward, roll 2 or 3 Velcro rollers into the top sections of your hair, while your hair is still slightly warm, and walk away for 10 minutes. No heat required. The Velcro catches the hair and holds it lifted while the root fully cools and sets. When you remove them, the root has been trained upward and holds that lift for hours. This one is everything. The fourth fix is backcombing, done correctly and gently. The word alone makes some women nervous because they associate it with damage. But light backcombing at the root with a fine-toothed tail comb, 3 gentle strokes at the crown, then smoothed over on top, creates a cushion of volume underneath the surface hair that holds shape all day. It is invisible from the outside, and your friends will wonder what changed. If you are still flattening your hair to make it look neat, swap that habit for light root back comb and a smooth top layer. The difference is immediate. Honestly, this is the technique shift I wish someone had whispered to me 10 years ago, because it does not ask more of you. It just asks something different. Part 4 is where we finish everything properly, because the final step either locks your volume in for hours or quietly lets all of it go. Part 4, the finishing step that locks volume in all day. You did everything right. The prep was perfect. The drying built real root lift. The styling gave you fullness you have not seen in years. And then, somewhere between the bathroom and the front door, it started to fall. If that story sounds familiar, this part is your answer. Finishing sounds like the least important step. It is actually the step that decides whether everything else you did this morning lasts 4 hours or 4 minutes. There is one finishing mistake that I see constantly, and it is the one that silently undoes all the work that came before. The first fix is your hairspray hold level. Most women over 50 with thin hair reach for a firm or maximum hold spray, because they want the volume to last. But firm spray on thin hair creates a helmet. It fuses individual strands together, removing all the movement and making the hair look like one flat, stiff piece. Use a flexible hold spray only. It locks the shape without eliminating movement. Your hair should still move slightly when you walk. That movement is what makes it look alive and full, not stiff and flat. The second fix is how you apply finishing product. Most women spray directly onto the surface of their hair from close range, which flattens it. Instead, hold the spray at least 12 inches away and mist lightly over and around the hair, not directly into it. Then, instead of touching your hair to smooth it, simply turn your head upside down briefly, and let the hair fall away from the scalp naturally while the product is still light and airy. Turn back up and do not touch it again. This technique lets the spray set the hair in its fullest natural position. The third fix is dry texture spray. This is the single most underused tool for thin hair over 50, and it is one of my favorite things to tell women about. A light dry texture spray, applied at the roots after styling, adds microscopic grip to each strand so they do not slip against each other and fall flat. It is different from dry shampoo. It does not absorb oil. It gives your roots something to hold on to. One light application at the crown adds visible body that stays until you wash your hair again. This one made a woman I know stop mid-conversation to ask what changed. It is that visible. The fourth fix is what you do, or do not do, when you catch your reflection midday and feel the urge to pat your hair down. The moment you press your palm against your crown to smooth flyaways, you are pressing out every bit of lift and air you created this morning. Your natural oils transfer to the shaft, the root compresses, and the volume collapses. Instead, carry a small pocket brush and gently lift the root with it rather than pressing downward. Or simply leave it alone. Slight imperfection in thin hair is not a flaw, it is movement. And movement is exactly what makes thin hair look full. Your bone structure and your eyes are stunning. Let your hair finally match what the rest of you already is. You now have 4 complete steps, from prep to finish, that work together to give thin hair the fullness it deserves. Every single day, you just learned 4 complete steps that most women with thin hair spend years, sometimes decades, trying to piece together on their own. From the prep that sets everything up correctly, to the drying method that builds real root lift, to the styling technique that keeps volume alive, to the finish that locks it all in. You have all 4 now. Wear this with the confidence it was always meant to carry, because your natural elegance was never in question. Your technique just needed to catch up. Tell me in the comments, which of these 4 steps were you missing? Was it the prep, the drying method, the styling technique, or the finishing step? Drop it below. I read every single one. Next time, we are covering the one haircut detail that makes thin hair look thinner, and most women ask for it without realizing. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.